Hey guys, this is Anita. Welcome and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to talk about Octavia E. Butler's Earthseed books, Parable of the Sewer and Parable of the Talents. Parable of the Sewer sets in California around 2024 after climate and economic crisis. There is a dystopian feel to this world. Because of climate change, there are severe droughts and there is water shortage and food is expensive and the entire society is in chaos. Rich and middle class people start living in these walled communities and they start going out in groups arming themselves. If you go out alone, you will get attacked, you may be raped or killed. There is a lot of violence in this world, entire humanity has become sinister. The world building in this book is fantastic. We are told the story in form of journals, our main characters' journals. Our, our main character is this 15-year-old girl called Lauren who lives outside LA in a walled community. Lauren suffers from this condition called hyperempathy syndrome. She feels other people's pain. If she sees someone getting stabbed, she feels that pain as if she got stabbed. She has to hide the condition because if anyone realizes that they can hurt her without even attacking her, which is very possible in this world. Lauren is very ambitious. Her father is a preacher, but she doesn't believe in her father's religion. She comes up with her own idea of God. She comes up with her own religion. She starts writing verses in her journal, and some of them sound very sensible and practical. Lauren's family is kind of well off. Her father has a good job, and her stepmother teaches kids in the community. In this world, if you have a job, you are well off. Because there are no jobs anymore and there is no security, because of that people start migrating to Canada and Alaska for better future. Main problems in this world are water shortage, lack of jobs and the security. So these corporations, rich corporations, come forward to buy small towns offering jobs and securities. Many people show interest for the security, but they offer very less salaries, which isn't even enough for paying rent and buy food. So these people fall into debts and working for that company forever. It's nothing but debt slavery. Octavia Butler does a brilliant job in drawing parallels with reality, economic inequality, debt slavery, and drugs. There is this new drug called pyro which starts getting popular. People who consume that want to burn things. They find pleasure in burning things, so they start burning homes, they start burning people, they start burning whole communities. Lauren is one of the first who realizes that they are not safe in their community anymore. She thinks there can be attack anytime soon. She thinks they need to be prepared to go away in short notice. But her friends ignore her, but she is determined and prepared to go away in short notice. Book 1 is focused on Lauren's family and her journey. Book 2 starts after 5 years of book 1. There is this politician who is campaigning for presidential elections. His slogan is Make America Great Again. Guys, Butler wrote these books in 1990s. This guy incites violence and provokes these radical organizations. He manages to get elected and these radical organization start burning women by calling them witches, and they start attacking communities who don't follow Christianity. This book is a wake-up call for everyone. This is a lesson on how one politician, one fascist can take us back 100 years. Since this book is set in United States, we draw parallels to American politics immediately, but this applies to everywhere around the world. All things happened in this book may not happen everywhere, but some of them happened and are happening right now in some part of the world. This book is a lesson what could go wrong if we are not careful, if we ignore fascists, if we ignore politicians who incite violence. Butler mentions this point in brilliant way in the form of verse. I'll read it now. Choose your leaders with wisdom and forethought. To be led by a coward is to be controlled by all that the coward fears. To be led by a fool is to be led by the opportunities who control the fool. To be led by a thief is to offer up your most precious treasures to be stolen. To be led by a liar is to ask to be told lies. To be led by a tyrant is to sell yourself and those you love into slavery. This book is a must read for everyone, in my opinion. This is not an easy read. There are all kinds of trigger warnings. There is murder, there is rape, there is slavery, there is cannibalism. But Butler mentions this concept without destroying us. She has a very nonchalant way of saying these things in a matter of fact tone. I am an emotional reader, but I did not cry in this book. I'm not sure if Butler carries the same tone across all her books. This is my first series by Butler. She chose perfect tone and perfect character for the story. Lauren is ambitious and solution oriented person, so our focus is on solution only. That helps us to read this book without being destroyed. Butler's perception of the world and her foresight are brilliant. If you would like to know more about Octavia E. Butler, there is an amazing interview of her which I'll link below in the description. I thank Gregory Lepage for sharing this interview in his Discord. That's all for today. Please like, comment, and subscribe. See you in the next video. Bye bye.